Hello guys, welcome to the class. Today we are going to learn about the spontaneous combustion. Okay, spontaneous heating. The spontaneous heating nothing but self-heating of the coal. How the self-heating of coal is occurred? The coal contains the carbonaceous material, and the carbon interact with the oxygen. This forms a carbon dioxide. This is a process of oxidation. The oxidation is a exothermic reaction, and it's liberated the heat. The heat increasing slowly and gradually and reaches the ignition temperature of the coal. These ignition temperature of the coal causes coal to combustion or fire. This is called as the spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion of the coal is nothing but the self-heating of the coal. Okay, we are going to see what is the process, exactly process of spontaneous heating and the stages of spontaneous heating and mechanism of spontaneous heating. Okay, the stages of spontaneous heating mainly consisting as follows. The stages of spontaneous heating is first coal plus oxygen. Coal starts react with oxygen and forms forms oxides of carbon. First, when we making an opening, we are extract the coal, and the surface is exposed to the free air. These coal forms oxygen. These coals forms carbides of oxygen. So coal plus oxygen is the first stage. Then second stage, these oxidation process improving slowly forwarding, and the heat is can be it is raised up to 50 degrees centigrade. The next comparatively accelerated acceleration. This acceleration is going on up to 80 degrees centigrade. The next steady state acceleration due to the removal of moisture. Then acci- these acceleration further forwarded the raising of temperature up to 120 degree centigrades. The next evolution of oxides of carbon. The next, what is the carbon and oxides are formed. Then further stage is thermal decomposition of coal. In this stage, the heat raised up to 220 degree centigrade. Then next, self-sustained process of combustion. In this stage, the combustion takes place. The final stage is ignition. The final stage is ignition. In the ignition stage, the coal is ignited itself. The spontaneous heating are formed in these stages. First stage is coal and oxygen, and coal starts react with oxygen. Then second stage is very slow activation. These activations are still forwarding. Then third stage is comparatively accelerated acceleration. Then the acceleration is going on. Next, steady state acceleration due to the removal of the moisture. Steady state acceleration due to removal of moisture. In this case, the moisture can be removed. Then next stage is evolution of the oxides of carbon. In the next stage, the oxides of carbon are formed or evolution of oxides of carbon. In this stage, the temperature rises up to 180 degrees centigrade. Then next, thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition. In this stage, the temperature rises up to 220 degree centigrade. Then next, self-sustained process of combustion. Self-sustained process of combustion. In this stage, this is prior to the ignition. In this self-sustained process of combustion, the coal can be combusted itself. The final stage, activated combustion. Activated combustion is nothing but outbreak of fire or ignition of the coal. These are the various stages of the spontaneous combustion of the coal. Again, stages in spontaneous combustion of the coal. India's status of the spontaneous combustion. The dangerous occurrence of the spontaneous heating and fires. Generally, the spontaneous heating occur not only in the underground mines, it can be occur in a surface mines. It can be occur in a surface mines of the coal stacks or coal heaps. Mechanism of spontaneous heating. We discussed about stages of spontaneous heating. Now mechanism of spontaneous heating. How the mechanism of spontaneous heating is going. Generally, the mechanism of the spontaneous heating complete as follows. The auto-oxidation of the coal is a complex physicochemical process which is accompanied by the absorption of oxygen, formation of coal axial complexes, and their decompositions leading to liberation of the heat. The oxidation of the coal complex is a physicochemical process. It involves various physical and chemical activities. These activities are carried out through spontaneous heating. What are the physical activities and the chemical activities we are going to learn in this mechanism of spontaneous heating? First, the formation coal axial complex and these first the coal starts react with the oxygen and these forms coaxial complexes, and these decomposition leading to liberation of heat. This complexity of the process is enormous because this is what is enormous. Enormous means huge. Huge process is carried out of complexity, and the reaction between the carbon and oxygen taking place hugely and largely of great diversity in the core substances with the associated mineral matter and condition of oxidation. During the oxidation, the heterogeneous mass the, during the oxidation of the heterogeneous mass, concurrent and overlapping reactions takes place, which are very difficult to separate out. During the oxidation, heterogeneous mass, concurrent and overlapping reactions takes place, which are very difficult to separate out. The rate of oxidation at ambient temperature gives measure of the proneness of the coal to oxidation. The rate of oxidation is mainly causes and accelerates the spontaneous heating through auto-oxidation. The low temperature aerial oxidation of the coal is not a singular chemical process. It is a complex phenomenon generally comprising of several simultaneous and interesting chemical process which results both in erosive material removal and structure alteration, and strong carbon oxygen, strong carbon oxygen. A large number of stable chemicals chain reaction takes place due to the several oxidation states of carbon and a variety of strong carbon oxide bonds. These these The next mechanism of the spontaneous heating. During agitation of the heterogeneous, the observed elements of composition and structural changes reveals that the reaction of action with solid core is a time-dependent dynamic process. This is a time-dependent process. So when the coal starts absorption of the oxygen and to reach the ignition temperature, it takes certain time. So next we are going to see various theories of the spontaneous heating. We have various theories of the spontaneous heating, in which each theory have its own merits and demerits. The various theories are as follows. The first theory of the spontaneous heating is Pirate theory. In the Pirate theory is as follows. Heating of the coal can be caused by iron pyrites only when they present in the considerable proportion and in freely powdered and dissipated state in the presence of moisture. The Pirate theory mainly talks about the pyrites present in the coal causes for the spontaneous heating. The reaction of the iron pyrites with oxygen and moisture is exothermic and yields products of greater volume than the original pirate, thus opening more per area of the oxygen. The reaction between the iron pyrites and oxygen and the moisture is exothermic reaction, means it produces the heat. The heat causes for the spontaneous heating. These equations indicate that the both oxygen and moisture, the two prime weathering agents, contribute the pirate alteration and that sulfur acid is formed as a byproduct of alteration. The following equation indicate the what is the exactly Pirate theory of the spontaneous heating. The Pirate theory indicate pirate plus oxygen and moisture gives rise to sulfuric acid and 316 kilocalories of heat. These heat are contributing for the ignition temperature. When the coal reaches its ignition temperature, the spontaneous heating occurs. The second theory is criticism theory. This theory could not be sustained as coal seams without any pyrite content were found to be susceptible to spontaneous heating. This theory says that if the coal does not contain any pyrite content, it is not able to spontaneous heating. If the coal is suspected to spontaneous heating, if it only contains the iron pyrites. Other theory is bacterium theory. This theory has its origin in the occurrence of spontaneous heating in haystacks and wood due to the bacterial action. This theory mainly says about if the bacteria present in the coal, the bacteria causes for the spontaneous heating and a contribution in the spontaneous heating. The next is Potter's observations. Slight heat buildup in a coal stacks due to the activity of specially introduced bacteria. The photo observation says that while introducing a special bacteria in a coal heaps or stacks, these causes for this spontaneous heating. He says that the specially introduced bacteria will cause this spontaneous heating. The next Kawwa's observation. Kawwa's observation is nothing but he conducted six observations in the span of 1908 to 1927. In these six observations, four observations gave definite evidence showing that bacteria were capable of living on the coal. And in conclusion, such bacteria couldn't cause a slight rise in the temperature of the coal. So he concluded that the bacteria are main cause of the spontaneous heating of the coal. Next, Graham's observations. Sterilized coal accelerated the same rate of unsterilized coal, hence concluded that mechanism of calculation did not include bacterial activity. There is no conclusive proof to authenticate or discard this theory. Graham's observation. What Graham said, Graham takes a sterilized coal and unsterilized coal, and he observed of the spontaneous heating in both of them. He observed that both sterilized coal and oxidized coal of the unsterile coal are spontaneous heating at a same rate. So there is no difference between sterilized and unsterilized coal. And the bacteria didn't cause any contribution of the spontaneous heating. The next phenol theory. Experiments have shown that the phenolic hydraulics and polyphenol oxides faster than many other groups. This theory is interesting because it offers a method of determining reliability of coal to spontaneous heating. The phenol theory, what is the phenol theory said? The phenol theory said that phenolic hydraulics and polyphenol oxides are causes for the oxidation. The next electrochemical theory. It explains auto-oxidation of the coal as oxidation reduction process in more microgalvanic cells formed by the coal compounds. It, it explains that auto-oxidation of the coal oxidation reduction process. It says the spontaneous heating of the coal is both oxidation and reduction process, and many microgalvanic cells formed by this process, and this leads to spontaneous heating. These are the various theories of the spontaneous heating. These are enough to study the spontaneous heating. Now we are going to do what are the factors mainly influencing the spontaneous heating. Generally, various factors are influencing the spontaneous heating. We are going to study few of them. There are many factors which affect the spontaneous heating of the coal. The factors are hereby classified into following categories. We can divide these factors into various categories. The first factors is mining factors. The mining factors are included that mining methods. The various mining methods can be adapted, either surface mining or underground mining. In underground mining, we can adapt various methods such as golden pillar mining, long wall method, woman pillar method, horizon mining method, or any other methods. Compared to the long wall method, the golden pillar methods, the spontaneous dating is more due to the inadequate supporting systems. The next, rate of advancement. The rate of advancement is nothing but advancement of distance of phase per ship or per day. If we advance more, we should provide more ventilation. If the advancement is more and if we provide less ventilation, the heat dissipation not takes place. So then heat is raised slowly and it causes to spontaneous heating. The next, pillar conditions. Pillar conditions is nothing but the size and shape and how we maintenance of the pillar conditions. We should maintain pillars in a strong and stand for the extraction. Next, crushing. If the crushing of the pillars or sides of the roofs takes place, the crushed voids are filled with oxygen and any other inflammable gas. These accelerate the spontaneous heating. Packing. Packing is nothing but stowing. If you pack the whites or both with this sand or any other incombustible material, it reduces the spontaneous heating. It clear up the goof gases and it support the mining methods. The next, effect of timber. If you throw timber in a gobes, the timber slowly oxidized and it can be causes of the spontaneous heating. Roadways, proper maintenance and design of the roadways. Leakages. We should minimize the leakages. If the air leakages heavily, the leakages can cause us for the spontaneous heating. Multi-seams working. Multi-seams working nothing but extraction of the seams more than one. In a multi-seam working will take so many steps to avoid spontaneous heating. The next, coal losses. Coal losses means we cannot we cannot extend the 100% coal from the ore body. So we left some coal in the gobes as a support. These coal react with oxygen and cause to the spontaneous heating. Main roads, proper maintenance of the main roads. Worked out areas. Worked out areas is nothing but the gobes. In these gobes, we shouldn't left any coal and throw any shale or other carbonaceous material. These carbonaceous material oxidized and causes for the spontaneous heating. Heat from the emissions. In mining activity, we should use various machineries. These huge machinery produces huge or large amount of heat. These heat accelerated the spontaneous heating. The next, stowing. Stowing is nothing but packing of the goof with the incombustible material. The stowing reduces the spontaneous heating. Ventilation pressure, barometric pressure, change in humidity. These are the various factors of the spontaneous heating of mining methods. The next, seam factors. Seam factors are include as follows. First one is the rank. Rank is nothing but coal rank. The ranks of the coal are divided into four types. There are peat, lignite, bituminous, subbituminous, and anthracite. Compared to the anthracite, the lignite is more liable to the spontaneous heating. So, increasing the rank of the coal are less liable to the spontaneous heating. Then, second one is petrographic composition. Petrographic composition is nothing but bands present in the coals. Generally, there are four types of the bands present in the coals. There are vitrine, clarine, durine, and fusine. In this case, the methane is more liable to the spontaneous heating compared to the fusion. These are the petrographic compositions of the coal. The next, temperature. The temperature of the surrounding strata or atmosphere. If the surrounding strata or atmosphere has a more temperature, these accelerate the spontaneous heating. Available of air. Available of air is nothing but quantity of oxygen or quantity of air present in the mine atmosphere. If the more air or oxygen present to the mine atmosphere, it is more liable to the spontaneous heating. The fifth factor is particle size or surface area. If the more surface area are exposed to the atmospheric air, these accelerate the spontaneous heating. The more area is exposed, the more coal is exposed and the more oxidation process is carried out. So this accelerates the spontaneous heating. Next, moisture content. High content of moisture can cause spontaneous heating. Sulfur. Sulfur content directly proportional to the spontaneous heating. If coal has sulfur or any other carbonaceous content, it is more liable to spontaneous heating. Ash or mineral matter. The ash content is inversely proportional. If coal contain more ash, it less liable to spontaneous heating. The effect of previous oxidation or heating. If the previous oxidation or heating occur, these coal are already heated and then this may be more liable to the spontaneous heating. Physical properties. The physical properties of the coal are also more important. Next, heating due to the earth movement. The heating due to the earth movement, heating occurs the coal due to the movement of the earth is called as heating due to earth movement. These directly accelerate the spontaneous heating. Bacteria. According to the various theories we are earlier discussed, the bacteria causes of the spontaneous heating. If any bacteria present in the coal, thus may accelerate the spontaneous heating. Pyrite content. If if pyrite has the coal, this coal has more liable to spontaneous heating. Pyrite directly influences the spontaneous heating, and the reaction between the pyrite, coal, and moisture are exothermic reactions. These exothermic reactions produce a huge amount of heat. This heat reaches up to ignition temperature of the coal, and this causes for the spontaneous heating. Thermal conductivity. The thermal conductivity of the coal and surrounding strata causes the spontaneous heating. Then next, geological factors. Geological factors are as follows. The various geological factors are seam thickness, seam gradient, seam thickness, la- high thick or loose thick coals are more liable to spontaneous heating. Due to high thickness, we cannot extract them 100%. We should left the coal in the floor or the roof. The lifted coal can be reacted with oxygen and causes for the spontaneous heating. Another one is seam gradient. The seam gradient are also major factor for the geological factors. Coal outburst. Outburst of the coal is nothing but breaking of the coal of the pillars. The outburst of coals from causes for spontaneous heating. Friability. Friability is nothing but crushing or crushability of the coal. The friability occurs due to the various strata present above the coal seams. The friable coal easily crushed and the voids are formed. The voids are the voids are filled with inflammable gas or oxygen. These are slowly oxidized and accelerate the spontaneous heating. Caving characteristics. Caving means destroying the rocks above the gulf and allowing to throw in the gulf is known as a caving. The caving characteristics are influenced in this spontaneous heating. If the any coal left out in the roof, these may come into the gulf and react with the gases and can be spontaneous heating. Next, faulting. Faulting is nothing but geological disturbances. Depth of cover. Depth of cover is nothing but depth of the workings from the surface. The cover means the rock which is present above the ore body is known as a cover. If the working at a great depth, it is more liable to spontaneous heating. Next, geothermal gradient. Geothermal gradient is nothing but increasing of the temperature with increasing in the depth. The temperature and depth varies according to the strata condition and various parameters. In India, generally the geothermal gradient is 38 degrees centigrade. Generally, 1 degree centigrade of the heat is increased for 38-meter length. Mining factors. We are already discussed the various mining factors. The mining factors are as follows: mining methods, rate of advancement, pillar size, roof conditions, crushing of the coal, packing. Packing is nothing but storing of the coals. The storing of the coals less liable to the spontaneous heating and effective of the timber. We shouldn't throw any timber in the ropes. And then next, roadways. Roadways in the seams liable to spontaneous combustion are areas of the concern due to leakages through the crushed solid coal. The risk of increases with the thickness of the coal. As this increases, the area of the coal exposed. The most common points for the incidents are the junctions, air crossings, roads, regulators, connecting roads, obstruction in roads, all the roadways, junctions. In the, in the junctions, the support is less, so there is a possibility of crushing. Air crossings. Air crossing means the, the air crossings are those where the intake and return ways are cross each other. In this air crossing, there is a possibility of leakage of air. This leakage of air can be account more for the spontaneous heating. Those regulators are should be maintained in a proper way. Leakage. Leakage is nothing but leaking of the air through the various air crossing devices, doors or regulators or any other ventilation stoppings. We should minimize the leakages. Multi-seam working, pole losses, working out areas, storing, ventilation pressure, environmental pressure, humidity. If coal absorbs moisture from the ventilation air, it will be heat up due to the releases of the latent heat of condensation and chemoabsorption effect. On the other hand, if the coal loses water by evaporation to the ventilation air, these reserves occurs. Seal factors. The various seal factors are ranked. The coal can be divided into four types: lignite, bituminous, subbituminous, and anthracite. Compared to the anthracite, lignite coal is more liable to spontaneous heating. Petrographic composition. Petrographic composition means the bonds present in the coal are known as the petrographic composition. Temperature. Generally, temperature means every coal has a certain temperature of the ignition. Generally, the bituminous coal has a 200 degrees centigrade for ignition, and answered coal has 398 degrees of temperature for ignite. Available air, particle size, factors, effect of extension of the previous oxidation, physical properties. A number of physical properties such as the porosity, hardness, thermal conductivity, and specific heat can affect the rate of the oxidation. The physical properties are mainly include about the porosity of the hardness. Hardness, nothing but fraction for the absorption. The hardness can be defined as the Mohs scale of the hardness. The Mohs scale of the hardness consisting of the talc, gypsum, calcite, fluorite, heptite, orthoclase, quartz, topaz, corundum, diamond. Heating due to the earth movement, bacteria, pyrite, pyrite composition, thermal conductivity, salting, coal outburst. The following factors associated with the outburst of Geological condition, characteristics of the roof and floor, characteristics of rock and coal, mining method, contained gas, permeability of the gas, reservoir, overburden stress, volcanic activities, miscellaneous activities. Miscellaneous factor, the factors which we see are different from the miscellaneous factor. The miscellaneous factors are including methane content of the coal. Generally, methane content of the coal directly accelerates the spontaneous heating. If the coal has 5 cubic meter of ton of extraction of the incremental gas leads to spontaneous heating more. These are the various factors. Uh, this is about the spontaneous heating and various stages of the spontaneous heating, mechanism of the spontaneous heating, and factors influencing the spontaneous heating. Thank you. We will meet in the next class.